What's up, Evertale homies? Alright, so Satan just dropped. Oh my gosh, and holy moly, is she going to bring hell to ET? Man. Especially with Lucifer. I know it's kind of redundant, but I guess it works. So at the end of the video, I will also look at Shinlong, like the bit boss, and then I'll get like a feel for her skill set, right? So before we start, I do want to let you guys know I've always been ticked off whenever ET kind of introduces a mechanic and then kind of just wipes that mechanic out, right? So like I was originally mad like with the OG King Arthur when they first came out and could immediately wipe out units, and then they kind of made guards irrelevant, and now, god dang now, well, we'll get to that in a minute, right? So looking at her stats, kind of on the average side. However, her stats aren't that important as her skills. So her first skill, Demon Hellball. It's a ×1 attack. The damage does scale based off how many charges she has, up to 800%. This ignores counter stance, skin passives, gives her the burn status effect, and stuns for 50 TU every non-water enemy per charge, up to 3 enemies max, right? Now this skill doesn't say it consumes a charge, so that's pretty nice. Alright, let's hop into the next skill, Mass Dismissal. This is an instant skill. Immediately defeats all conjured units, both sides of the battlefield. So allies and also the enemy side. Allies gain 2 spirits and enemies lose 2 spirits per unit defeated. Locked for 150 time units. And this skill technically, it effectively puts a nail in the coffin for all the copy units, right? I freaking knew there was a reason I didn't like copy units. Alright, let's head into the third skill. Devil's Fury. This is a ×2 attack. It scales off the number of charges she has up to 800%. This is an execute skill. Grants her mega healing burn for 100 TU. Usable only if she defeats an enemy or if all enemy units have like a burn or a fire type active skill. So what does this mean? This means she's going to be necessary if you want to beat other burn teams, right? So like in war or arena, you're gonna have to have this unit on a burn team to beat other burn teams. That's just how it's gonna go. Alright, at least in my opinion. However, her fourth skill, Deal with the Devil. This is an instant skill, enrages one other ally, grants them the burn status effects, and then gives them a turn. This locks until she damages another enemy with an attack. Alright, so right off the back, her active skills are looking pretty nice. Let's move on to the goddamn passives. Alright guys, passives. Ruler of the Death. She cannot be killed by the burn status effect, not affected by stuns, cannot be sent to reinforcements, enters with mega healing burn for 100 TU, and this is my gripe. However, now this is kind of where you start to lose it, right? So she gets an instant death award. What's the instant death award, you add? Let me explain. This prevents a unit from being immediately defeated without taking damage. And then it's removed. It cannot stack, it cannot be ignored. However, this is the problem. Because this is only the start, right? What's gonna happen next, right? We're gonna start getting them resettable or something like that. Anyways, this passive kind of negates Kajiro's and Da Vinci's selling point, right? Yeah, they're gonna be great in other teams. However, they're not gonna be that great against her. And if more units start coming out like this, I can see it like, kind of getting annoying. Like I hate when they introduce a mechanic and then kind of immediately counter that mechanic or remove it or just, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. So continuing on with this passive, she has a 50% bonus to attacks if all allies have a burn or a fire type active skill. And whenever a fire ally dies, all allies become enraged and all enemies are granted the burn status and the weakened effect. So you're probably going to want her on maybe an all burn team for the most part, like most burn units. Alright, so her last passive, Infernal Charges. She enters with 2 charges and she can only start to a max of 3, which is standard. But this is nice. She has the Resettable Hold Ground Plus, which I love on units, right? So every time she defeats any number of enemies or any number of units with an attack, she is fully healed, gains a charge, and resets her Hold Ground Plus. When she has 1 plus charge, at the start of her turn, she will quicken all burning allies. If she has 2 charges or more, she gets a 50% damage reduction. Now, if you have 3 charges, what do you think is going to happen? I don't know. Anyways, she gets to dodge an attack that damages exactly 2 targets. Whenever a non-conjured ally is defeated, she loses a charge. Alright, so now she's getting like a little stealth ability in there, right? Ugh. Alright, real quick, let's go over the pros and the cons. So, pros. She's gonna be the next damn best thing, right? This is hell walking on earth. Her, Lucifer, god dang, bro. Alright, so, Resettable Whole Ground Plus. Destroys all copy units. This is it. That's the nail in the coffin for him, if you're going against her at least. So, what else does she have? Give turn ability. She gets full heals. She has nice sustainability, especially if she has a damage reduction, right? She quickens. She gets the instant death ward, which is amazing, I guess. And she has good power scaling, right? And she has SQ skill. So those are like first glance, those are like the pros, cons. She's gonna be best used in all burn team, obviously. But to me, that's a con, because I do like versatility in my units. She is kinda slow, but that doesn't matter much because she has nice survivability and a resettable hold ground, damage reduction, all that good stuff. Another con is she's gonna have a sleep weakness. However, if you have Lucifer, I don't think that's gonna be much of a problem, alright? And then also Shenlong, right? So, well, we gotta take a look at her. The other con I can see is that some of her skills can be irrelevant if the enemy isn't running like conjured or copy units. However, that's just me, right? At least on my main. On AZs, I am going to be pulling her because he does have a nice fire team. I just need Lucifer, really. But I might not need Lucifer anymore, depending on this unit and how Shenlong works, right? Alright, Shenlong. Looking at her event boss, a lot of times they're going to have like either the same skill sets or it's going to be comparable. So her skills might change, but it's unlikely at this point in ET because they normally just pop them all out with like crazy skills anyway. Alright, so quick glance. Moly producer. She provides coverage. She does have like retreat skills to pull her back into reinforcements, so she's gonna have some nice entry effects, or at least she's gonna get powered up when she comes in on entry. She also has 80% damage reduction. She gives burn to 2 allies, so she does have some kind of guard capabilities with the Mories, and she does have that 80% damage reduction, kind of like Kajiro. So man, she's gonna fit right in and play well with Lucifer and Satan. So y'all, hopefully y'all got enough SS burn lovers, because this is gonna be it, right? You'll need both. Alright, y'all. So before I head out, I'll do a test video if I'm getting like maybe 200 views, something like that, maybe 100 views. More than 100 views, then I'll do a test video. But guys, sub, man. Sub to me, man. I know y'all watching my stuff. Come on, y'all. Get out of here. I'm gonna cut out. Peace.